Hello and welcome to a sweet vlog discussion video on the new Pokemon news, which I'm gonna not say for a moment. We're joined by a couple of my mods and Discord members. So we have, in order of appearing in the chat, sldino.
Hello.
AJ.
Hi.
SirAkihiro.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
And Mimi, Queen of Berries.
What's up?
Alright, so the reason that I'm not mentioning what the reveal was is that SirAkihiro hasn't seen it yet. So
I was like in bed, like getting ready to go to sleep, and you freaking hit me up. I'm like, oh, well, hello.
Yep. Well, actually, you can see one of the things, which is the...
But then again, that could be anything.
Right. Well, you can see one of the things on this screen share right now, which is the free-to-play game, free-to-start game, Pokemon Quest, which I think just came out at time of recording, is just now out, yeah, on the eShop, yeah. So I might check that out. But the big news is up here in the trailer, and I'm purposely hiding the title for now. And I'm going to try to play this trailer at half speed and maybe pause it at intervals so we don't get copyright strike. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this going here when it loads. Alright, here we go. So it's Pikachu, and he's jumping in the TV screen. I didn't show the very beginning of this.
Oh.
This is a Kanto remake.
Just watch. I'm gonna get your unvarnished reaction.
I can tell the game's very laggy.
I'm playing it at half speed.
Well, oh man, another Kanto remake. I'm actually not excited for this.
But wait. Don't kill the buzz just yet. Actually, you might not be happy about this either, but it is something different.
For a second, I thought he almost like threw the controller at the screen, like, go!
Can you imagine the outtakes for that trailer? He's like
how many TV screens are just broken in the background?
I told you to wear the wrist strap, David.
Oh my god.
Like 7 freaking smashed TVs.
Oh, Mankey.
California Regions.
Yeah. Start great.
Alright, so let me find a good moment to... Alright, so now here's the thing we've never seen before. In a Pokemon game, to my knowledge. Actual... real-time co-op.
Yeah.
And, as we'll see eventually, they'll show, like, well... You can double team things. Which is interesting. I'm gonna wonder how that mechanic works. Like, if you both have to hit the Pokemon in the right spot, or... Like, I would imagine that this increases your catch rate. Which is kind of interesting. Reading along with one of the tweets, it's confirmed that local multiplayer is the only multiplayer in this game. And there's a Bulbasaur. And you can go Team Rocket style and double team your enemies.
Very interesting.
So basically, if I have no friends, I'm going to be playing this alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I will probably be playing this alone anyway. Because my choice.
I play it when I get a Switch.
But now here's the new apparatus, if I can pause it. The Pokeball. Which is basically Pokewalker and Pokemon Go Plus 3.0.
Yeah, it's a very cool combination of the two.
And it looks like, is he controlling, like, was he walking with the button on the Pokeball?
It appears that it counts as like the Pokewalker steps kind of, like as in Pokemon Go, how you can walk with your buddy.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that's just a button or if it has joystick capabilities. It looks like,
yeah,
it looks like a joystick. And yeah, here's where we get into the Pokewalker capabilities here. Let's take Pikachu for a stroll. And let's meet my friend for lunch with a nice little salad here and whatever.
Wanna see my Pikachu?
Oh yeah, and you can't tell, but it had the Pokemon cry in there. Okay, and then there's connectivity with Pokemon Go, which is interesting because this will be like Niantic had teased like trading being a thing in Pokemon Go for a while. And this seems to be how they'll finally implement it, because you can transfer your Pokemon over between Pokemon Go and these games.
The
This is
interesting
their
question
attempt
is it
to-
one way or is it both way?
Well, that's what I was wondering, but they do show later something being, I think they showed later something being sent from the Switch to Pokemon Go. I think it's right here,
Oh, do they?
actually. It looks like it's right here.
Oh yeah, it looks like it does. So
This
that's
is
the
their
just
attempt
full-fledged,
to-
like. The interesting thing is, it says like here's a gift, not like a Pokemon, which makes me think you might be able to trade items over as well.
True. It's like a,
Maybe.
it's like mystery gift. And look at this. There are Pokemon following you. There are ride Pokemon, first of all, and then Pokemon seem to be able to follow you, which is cool. And you can bring Moltres. You can bring your legendary Pokemon that you catch in Pokemon Go over to this game. And then you can dress up Eevee and Pikachu. Look at that. And fight Team Rocket while your Pikachu's dressed up. That I like a lot. I don't know why. That's like my favorite thing.
And Eevee.
Right, seeing that Pikachu and Eevee are dressed up. And Magikarp is using Splash, I guess, was what somebody said. That might be Z
It's
Splash.
very cool. Yeah, it's a very cool animation. So I don't know if that would be the normal Splash.
I like the graphics.
And Mewtwo.
These are clean.
Like, I have to be honest, this is, I said this when we were chatting privately, I like the art style, but it reminds me of this one bootleg mobile game that I played. Like, the graphics were almost exactly like this.
Well, these are the graphics I want for H.
Alright, so, I think, so we got Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which we pretty much, we got the tease that this would be coming from the web domain that was registered. So available November 16th, 2018. And yes, I never did actually say the name of the games up to this point. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Well, before, I have some tweets to read off of where that'll give us some more information. But before I do, let's like just get into everybody's thoughts here first. Just kind of a couple sentences from everybody. Whoever wants to go first.
So I'll go first. If no one else is gonna go.
Go ahead.
I think it's really cool and unique, but my big concern is I don't know how big the Switch market is for this.
That's a
like-
fair point.
And as far as I'm aware, a lot of people don't have Switches yet.
I mean,
And,
they
like,
might.
I don't know if this might drive Switch sales, but I don't know if it will.
I don't know. I mean, they might be counting on that because Pokemon has driven 3DS sales. Now the Switch is more expensive, but with E3 coming, do you think they might offer like a markdown on the Switch or a lower power version of the Switch or something that might drive Switch sales?
Like
You know,
a
I hope
3DS.
What was that, Mimi?
Like a 3DS for Switch.
Yeah, like kind of how they had the 2DS, something like for the Switch, like or like how some well with the Wii U they had the Wii U and the Wii U Deluxe, and like some of the consoles nowadays they'll have like more powered versions.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know. I was never a huge fan of Pokemon Go, so I don't know.
Well, I do think the capture mechanic will take some getting used to. It is interesting. I mean, here's the thing that I thought. Like, the more information we found out, and let me find which one it is. Well, there's some screenshots and stuff, but let me find out. Well, the other announcement that we got is that there is, I don't remember which one had the announcement, but there will be a new title coming in 2019. Right here it says, an all-new core series Pokemon RPG title in development for the second half of 2019. And I think there was an announcement, something leading into this announcement, that mentioned that this series, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, is intended to be like a crossover, like to have crossover appeal to hardcore fans and casual fans. So, and I think someone mentioned this, that they're trying to capture the people who play Pokemon Go and kind of marry that fan base with the core Pokemon fan base. And given that there's another game coming in just another year after this one, it seems like this one's kind of, you know, given us something to have in the meantime. And then next year, I'm guessing Gen 8.
Oh. Gen 8 or a remake.
Of course, this is, well, where did I see that? This is considered, where'd it go? This is considered somewhat of a Pokemon Yellow remake. It says Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are based on Pokemon Yellow Special Pikachu Edition, which first launched in Japan in 1998. So, in a way, these are kind of Pokemon Yellow remakes.
Mechanics.
Where did it say? Someone mentioned this person was at the announcement, and it says Let's Go series are full RPGs, so they do count as core series RPGs. I think like they should we should expect them to have pretty much the full functionality of a typical core series Pokemon game.
There's battle mechanics.
I mean, you do see, well, here's the thing is that battling with wild Pokemon is not a thing, but there are still the trainer battles. But it's interesting how you can use local multiplayer to effectively make the game a little easier on you if you want.
I think that's kind of pulling into the same aspect as Pokemon Go, how they want you to do it in like groups of friends.
Right, like the raid battles that they have in Pokemon Go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There was the whole like lure system, or what was it called? Was it called lures?
Well, yeah, you can use lures in the Pokestops.
Like, everyone else in the area.
Yeah, I mean that definitely seems to be what they're going with. So this seems to be like a compromise between the two. It says, let's see. They did a Q&A and it said Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee will basically only have 151 Pokemon, but will also include, this says Aurora Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's Alolan Pokemon, because the Japanese word that they use for Alola is basically Aurora. So that means that, I assume they mean Alolan forms. Anybody else have any thoughts to add here on some of this other information?
It's interesting how they're limiting it to the original Kanto Dex, even though Pokemon Go has an expanded Dex.
Well, you know, I was wondering. Go ahead, Mimi.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we moved past it finally in Pokemon Go, and we have like up to Gen 3, but they can't even do that for this game, which is a little annoying. So you can't trade everything. You can only trade stuff that was like in the original Pokemon Go.
Well, I'm wondering, do you think, like, because I don't know the context of, like, how the question was asked and how it was answered, do you think there's a chance that it will update kind of the way Pokemon Go updated?
It's an interesting
Maybe
idea.
there's a chance. But I don't know. I don't think there will be. I think it's just going to be a spin-off that only has Gen 1.
I suppose that's possible. My other thought is that it could, if it does follow in the footsteps of, like, remake games, they could limit you to the Kanto Dex for main story and then open up post-game possibilities. Oh, well, actually, there is one thing that makes me think they'll have more than just Gen 1 Pokemon, which is one completely new Pokemon will be in the Let's Go games. It says completely all new. So, and I think it showed at the end of, I don't know if it was that trailer that we just watched, I can't remember now. They showed you can transfer over a special Pokemon, and I think that's the one they were talking about. And according to Pokemon CEO, this is a completely new Pokemon, effectively a Generation 8 Pokemon. So do you think that's just going to be a one-off, or you think that could mean that we'll have access to other generations?
I think it's just like a new evolution or like something related to Mew.
Could it be like how, what was it? Bonsly? Was it Bonsly or Munchlax? No, Bonsly. Was a Gen 4 Pokemon that like appeared in Pokemon Coliseum?
It could be. I mean, Munchlax also did that. Munchlax was in Pokemon Dash, which came out about, I think, over a year before the Japanese release of Diamond and Pearl.
Right.
That'd be a very interesting way to hype up the new, the next game.
That's true. Did we lose AJ?
Yeah, he left.
Well, we did.
Rip. I didn't. This whole time I didn't know. All right. Well, let's see. What else do we have here? There were some other tweets I wanted to look at. There are these screenshots. Okay, let's look at the trainer characters, because one observation that I made that I thought was interesting was how the male trainer character kind of looks like Red or even Ash, and then the female trainer character looks like Hilda, the female character from Black and White. Like, it makes sense that they're going with someone that looks like a Gen 1 protagonist, but I thought it's interesting. I think that the female character kind of looks like the Gen 5 protagonist. I don't know if anybody else thinks that.
Well, not to dispute that, but I think really the only big similarity between her and Hilda is the fact that she has a ponytail, which the main character of Pokemon Go also has. Like, you can't change the hairstyle in Pokemon Go, even with all the customization options.
That is true, but I was thinking, like, she has a ponytail with the baseball cap and the shorts and the black and white color shirt.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a nod to the Pokemon Go female protagonist, since there is a lot of time with the games.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, either way, I liked that trainer design in black and white, and so I like it here too. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, Hilda's definitely my favorite, so I like it.
Oh, confirmed we did lose AJ. His internet died. Sad face. But yeah, let me see if I can go back to the footage. I forget where it showed the footage of Eevee riding on your head, because it's the little things like that that make me happy. I don't know. I kind of like. I wonder, being inspired by Pokemon Yellow, remakes of Pokemon Yellow, however you want to put it. I wonder if actually I think it's a pretty good chance that your starters won't evolve.
Yeah. Especially since they show there's customizability for like outfits for Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah.
I feel like they won't be able to evolve.
But I would imagine now. Okay, so actually, here's a question that I haven't thought of. Like, all right, typically in Pokemon games we have your version exclusive Pokemon, but in these games, there is supposed to be like trade features with Pokemon Go. Do you think version exclusives are going to be a thing? I mean, maybe they will be, but do you think that, like, when combined with Pokemon Go, you'll just be able to access all the Pokemon, at least in the Kanto Dex?
I think in-game will only just be its own thing, but you have to have Pokemon Go to get more Pokemon like Eevee. Like if you were playing Let's Go Pikachu, you won't be able to get Eevee unless you have Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I could see that being the case.
There's also the whole idea that there's local co-op, so that could kind of help with that if there is exclusives.
Yeah. In fact, I'm wondering. Go ahead.
Even without exclusives, like if you trade over a Pikachu from Pokemon Go, you might be able to evolve that one. But I really don't see them letting us evolve Pikachu since you couldn't in Yellow.
Yeah, it would probably be the same as Yellow, where your starter doesn't evolve, but you can trade over another one and evolve it.
What I miss?
Nothing.
No, we just were doing some talking about, let's see, we looked at the trainer characters and we talked about the having the Kanto Dex and Alolan forms, it looks like, in these games. Completely new Pokemon will be in this game, though. One completely new Pokemon. So we were talking about whether that means that we will get other generations or not. And I think we were talking about inspired by Pokemon Yellow, and then that was about. Then we were talking about how version exclusives are going to be handled if they have and whether your starters will be able to evolve, which we were thinking probably not, like in Pokemon Yellow.
Patiently waiting for a Gen 4 remake.
Well, you never know. That game in 2019, if it's not Gen 8, it will probably be
It could have
Sinnoh.
been this game.
Well, honestly, I'm not too bothered by this. I mean, it's pretty cute. Although I do hope Sinnoh gets something eventually.
Yeah, like I don't have no real issues with it. It's just that I'm just not really hyped up for this because it's Kanto again. Like Kanto, I'm already kind of bored of. Like I'll still play it, no problem. Like cool, but I'm not a huge fan of what's available to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
This is
And I already don't play Pokemon Go, so I'm not gonna be able to like get anything done in this game. As well as like not have any friends in real life that plays Pokemon. I'm gonna be sitting there.
Well, what excites me, knowing, and this helps, like, with the knowledge that there's going to be another entry in the core series in just another year after this. I'm excited just to try out, like, the things that they're trying to change with the formula. I mean, in one way, we go back to when Sun and Moon first came out, and they did a couple of things that changed with the formula, and mostly in ways that people liked, like replacing HMs with ride Pokemon, but other ones in ways that people were kind of mixed on, like replacing the gyms with the Island Challenge, which I think a lot of people ended up, thinking, okay, it's a little bit of a refreshing change from the gym formula, even though, I mean, it was kind of similar, but it was, in a different package, so it was interesting. So I'll be interested to see the things, the little twists that they try to put on this. Speaking of, something that seems to be carried over from Sun and Moon, we have ride Pokemon. At least it seems like ride Pokemon, because we had in the trailer we had riding on Onix, not riding on Onix this year, riding on Charizard and riding on Lapras.
Very
Just
interesting.
ride on like.
Riding
go
on
ahead.
Onix.
Oh no, go ahead. Big deal.
I just thought it was interesting that during the Charizard, what appears to be Charizard ride,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't look like it's an animation. It looks like it's just like free motion.
Right. It looks like if you had the Mega Latias soaring ability, like, but except just
But lower.
in the overworld, which could be kind of cool. Like, maybe that's instead of riding your bike.
Oh yeah.
That could be kind of fun. Also, you don't have to wear any special, like, gear to ride a Pokemon now, apparently.
Dude, I hated that.
That was a little bit annoying. Like, for some reason, the little thing about it that bothered me was when you entered a battle and you had to see your trainer dressed in that.
That was dumb.
I really hated that.
It's like, you gotta wear your safety gear, kids.
So you're saying I can still go into a battle without wearing the safety gear and still get like blown back and like break all my bones?
Right? Pretty much. But while you're atop a Pokemon, you must be protected.
Yeah, like I
Down
can.
in Onix.
Like I can have even like an even worse face falling off my Pokemon, like during flight and like break my neck. It's like I can freaking explode from getting hit by a hyper beam that missed.
Right? Let me look at this other screenshot here, though, which seems to suggest. Well, actually, there's a couple things about this, but first we'll start with the Gengar following you. Well, right,
That's one point.
these
Gengar's
Pokemon.
massive.
I was gonna say these Pokemon are to scale, but I think Gengar's a little big, in fact, because he's supposed to be like 4 foot something, unless your trainer character is just really short.
Gengar's a big boy.
Anyway, I'm kind of excited for this. I mean, it's one of these little things, but if Pokemon Following You as a feature is back, I'll appreciate that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that and your starter always following you, like your starter like rides on your head or your shoulder, and one of your Pokemon follows you, so it's like 2 Pokemon out with you. So that's pretty cool.
My interesting question is when they show local co-op, they show two people running independently within a certain area, but neither of them have Pokemon following them. So I wonder if there's limitations, like if you have local co-op, there's no Pokemon following you.
Well, I did see in the trailer, and the trailer keeps freezing on me, but I did see, and I can't remember where it was, they showed the 2 characters, and they had a Nidoqueen and a Nidoking following them.
Oh, did they? Maybe I missed
I'm pretty sure, and I don't remember where in the trailer it was.
I'll just have Wailord follow me.
I want to know if they try to make Wailord to scale, but I mean, if it's only 151 Pokemon, but you never know. Maybe it'll catch on.
I mean, I think we only have like Pokemon following us because they only have 150 miles to worry about. Like, I don't think there's any possibility of us really having Wailords following us. I don't know. I want to be
Yeah, I see
hopeful,
that.
but I think they've been holding back on following Pokemon because it really like stretches the limitations of the system, and even on the Switch, it might not be possible.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I definitely think that's why we haven't gotten it up to this point, for sure. But
If anything, we'll get some DLC in the future that will like let us do that, but I have no idea.
I mean, they could follow Pokemon Go's model. Since I never expected Pokemon Go originally, I never expected Pokemon Go to add other generations of Pokemon, just because I thought that, okay, this is for nostalgia, so they're only going to do Kanto, and then eventually they had updates like one generation at a time. So I could see it being possible. I mean, I don't know how likely it is, again, with another game coming in a year away, but I could see it happening where they would add as like DLC updates a new generation.
Like middle of the screen, it's freaking Tim.
It did kind of look like him, didn't it?
Like, bro, get your head out of the screen, Tim. I'm trying to look at Mewtwo.
What's a Mewtwo?
Like, see, you don't even know what it is. Get your head out the way.
All right, well, I want to see. I know I saw the Nidoking and Nidoqueen somewhere, so I'm gonna be looking for that.
I like how Pikachu just did like,
Nido, dang.
Do you think with
from me,
since it
an
appears? Oh,
exercise.
sorry, go ahead, AJ.
No, Kabutops just fled from me insulting.
Oh.
he's rambling.
Yep.
So what I was saying was, with the way they show local co-op, since it's all on one screen, do you think the areas are going to be like sectioned off? So, like there's going to be small areas that you have to go through, and then like separate areas, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that, and then I'm wondering if you have to, if you're player 2, basically, if in the overworld you just like follow wherever the player 1 goes, and then you only have control like in battle and in like catching Pokemon.
Oh, you know what I'd be mad about?
What?
If there's gonna be like a puzzle or two that required you having a friend with you.
I don't think they would do that. As much as they're trying to encourage you to have friends, I don't think they would require you to do that.
Oh no, I'm talking about like something that's not required at all.
Oh.
Like something you can just
Yeah,
do like,
I
oh
see that
yeah,
possible being a thing.
I
oh,
suppose
yeah, if you do this, you get like a free rare candy. You know, like that would annoy me senseless. Like,
it's possible. Although I think the fact that I've heard they're not going to be doing any online multiplayer for this game.
sucks.
Well, again, I don't think these. Okay, so I think these are technically the next core series installment, but I don't think these are the like core series, because Pokemon has like a competitive system, right? Like Pokemon has competitive leagues and world championships and everything. I don't think this is the series of games to continue that. I think that whatever's coming next year will be the thing to continue that.
Yeah.
So if this game is not gonna have any online capability whatsoever, then why am I buying it?
Because you get to dress your Eevee in a little hat.
And your Pikachu.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I have like no
So-
interest in doing that, but okay.
I can't find. Okay, I'm gonna see if SirAkihiro has a screenshot of what I was talking about. Let me refresh here before we finish off.
Like your toes there.
All right, where are? All right, Pokemon Quest, Pokemon. Are there going to be screenshots here? Oh wait, pre-release screenshots. All right, let me go back. But again, like I do think this is kind of meant to be like there's something in it for core fans and there's something in it for casual fans. Like it's supposed to they're trying to find something in the middle there. I don't see the Nidoking screenshot. Oh my gosh, that is a big screenshot. Hi Pikachu.
Did anybody say new computer background?
Oh man,
New
yeah,
wallpapers,
totally.
Anybody?
Oh yeah, the other thing is you run into Pokemon in the overworld, which I wonder. This could mean
There's no wild.
there's
battling.
no like random encounters, right? They're all in the overworld, and you can see them, kind of like Earthbound.
But the thing
Yeah,
is, there's no battling.
Rift Nuzlockers.
Like, it's only catching. You don't battle the Pokemon. It's like the Safari Zone.
Well, I
So
do
this is
wonder
more
if
so Pokemon Go, the video game.
I do wonder if there will be a way, like maybe if you'll be able to rebattle trainers so that you can like get more experience.
Yeah, they said that they're trainer battling, but like I really wondered how you do train then.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no battling, then how do you train?
Well, trainer battling, I would assume.
But that's
They'd
so
have to,
boring, though. Like I want to sit here for hours grinding, endlessly against Pokemon that won't even give me any experience.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
If I
I'm
can't do that, then what am I doing?
I'm gonna see.
How will I EV train?
You just send your Eevee out into battle. Ba-dum-tsh.
Let's go, Eevee. Let's go fight a Machop. Excuse me?
I wouldn't be surprised, again, since this game won't have online multiplayer, I would not be surprised if for this game there wasn't like breeding or EV training, or I mean there might be breeding, but I don't know if there will be all the competitive aspects to it. Again, because of like the way it's set up. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, it's supposed to have the full RPG functionality, but I think that the next game that will continue the metagame will be the one next year.
Late 2019.
I am curious, though, to see what new Pokemon that was mentioned.
Yeah.
That's like one of the only things that kind of caught my attention throughout this entire session so far.
Yeah.
I feel like,
yeah, cool. It's another Kanto remake.
I feel like that will be the... I mean, I could see, well, based on the theories I've been following, or if anybody else watched Loxton's whole theory on the connections between Pokemon Sun and Moon and Alchemy, and his whole prediction that they're bringing everything together to basically reboot the series, starting with a Kanto game on Switch. I mean, this could basically be it. This could just basically be them starting at like point zero and like, hey, we're just reintroducing the series, and like we've got stuff for casual players in there, and then we'll just continue about our business next year. Also, I'm really mad that I can't get this trailer to play again and see that shot. I know it was in there though. There was a Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I did refresh once before. But I know there was a quick shot of like right around the time when they were showing the ride Pokemon. There were two people, and one had a Nidoqueen following them, and one had a Nidoking following them, and they were walking together. So I imagine that when you co-op, you'll each be able to have Pokemon follow you.
I do want to see the clip though, because I'm curious if it shows the two characters walking in different directions, or if the other one's just following.
The one that shot, I think they were walking side by side, but they were walking in the same direction. And I'm really sad that this won't play anymore. I don't know why.
I feel like this game would be like a pretty fun game to have if you actually did have a friend to play with you.
It would be a cool experience.
Because, somebody joined me for my adventure, something that I kind of wanted for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it'll be kind of fun just to have that.
Yeah.
If you can't do it online, then it's like, oh well, you gotta go find a friend who plays Pokemon. Like that's not always something that you can just do.
Well, what do you think about this crazy conspiracy theory that?
What's the conspiracy theory?
What if this is like the testing ground for the first step in trying to create a co-op Pokemon MMO?
MMO, you say?
Just crazy conspiracy theory, like this is the testing ground.
I just watched it. There was like no shot of Nidoking.
Maybe I saw it in, maybe it was the Japanese one then, because there was a shot with a bunch of ride Pokemon, and then it showed, here, let me, oh yeah, here's the Japanese website, by the way, which just has some cute pictures.
I just realized I mean Pikachu's face is a lot rounder than it should be.
Yeah, this is the more stylized look to Pikachu that he's had, like, around when Pokemon Art Academy came out.
He has a really round face. Like, why do you give him a round face?
All right, let me
Used to be
see.
round in general.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yeah,
He used to
chubby
just be a one round Pokemon.
I miss those things. That was so cute.
Yeah. Little chubby Pikachu. All right, let me. Oh wait, this. No, I'm trying to like scan ahead so I don't have to play too much of the video at once. Where do they show? They show Ride Pokemon Summer. This is the same trailer too, actually. I could have sworn they had a moment there.
Just a single moment. Very single moment.
Oh wait, no, it was this shot with Onyx. I could have sworn. I'm gonna watch this part if it loads. If it loads. Fun fact, I know how to read some of these Japanese symbols now.
What does it say?
Pocket Monster. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. Eevee. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't have to know Japanese to know it says that, but it does actually say that. I don't know what the symbols over here are because that is over on the left because that is kanji, which based on Chinese symbols, which I don't know. I don't know though. I don't understand those yet. And oh yeah, you know why? Because it has this set to play in HD. I'm just gonna make it lower quality so that I can just all I want. And then I don't even need to continue the discussion anymore. I just want vindication that this shot. I swear I saw this shot. They looked like they were walking in a gym or something.
This video is gonna be like 40 minutes long, just waiting for a whole video.
We're almost there at 40 minutes now. All I want.
Pokemon Quest.
All I want.
Like we're not even halfway done here, and we're just like mostly waiting for a video to buffer.
All I want. I mean, we've basically covered everything. I just want for vindication. I want to know that I was not crazy and that I did see Nidoking and Nidoqueen following two players in what looked like a gym.
Nidoking or Nidoqueen.
Out of
Yeah,
curiosity,
that's
are we
definitely
covering
new Urban
Quest or no?
Well, you know what? While we wait for this, why don't we say a few words on it? I mean, it looks like Pixelmon, which
It looks like somebody took a crayon and just went crazy on a piece of paper.
It does look quite adorable. And sldino, have you downloaded it yet?
I'm currently opening it right now.
All right. Give me your play-by-play reaction.
I didn't even know this even existed.
Well, it literally just came out. It was literally announced and then came out like an hour later.
So what's it about?
It kind of looks like Pokemon Rumble.
Yeah, it
but,
does.
like, not Rumble.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh wait, there might not be the Nidoking and Nidoqueen, but oh wait, there it is, right there. Come on, don't be blurry. I made it too low of quality, but it's right there. I swear it's right there. It's right before this shot, but also there's another shot that proves it. There's an Electrode and a Gengar following people.
Oh yeah.
Let me go back a little bit more. It's gonna be blurry, but you know what? I don't want it
It's
to.
an optional thing to have Pokemon follow you.
It might be.
There we go. Found it.
But then it's like, why wouldn't you have Pokemon follow you?
I
Right.
just want to say, Pokemon Quest theme music is really chill.
I think I might download it right after I'm done here.
I wish I could. I have to wait a month.
Oh.
Why?
The mobile one's not coming out until late June.
Oh, I
There,
hate you.
there you go, Banana.
There's no specific date on it too, so it's kind of a bummer.
Yes, that is the shot. Wait, let me see. Can I just like drag it over here, and we can all look at it?
You mean the thing that we just saw?
Yeah, I just wanted to prove that it's right here because I couldn't get it to freeze on it, like, and not be blurry. So there it is, the Pokemon following you, and that's either a gym or like Team Rocket's hideout, I guess.
That looks like no. Those look like the tunnels that you go through.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That could be. Yeah, that's more like it.
Because of the
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to make Banana think he's crazy, yet you guys want to ruin it.
So
I think that might be a reference because before those tunnels, they ask if you want to trade for needles.
yeah, they did. You are right. Easter egg
Oh,
confirmed.
that's actually cool.
So you guys, this brings me back to, remember when there was like the trailer and the screenshots for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and everybody was like, what's that thing that looks like Lieutenant Surge's gym? Like, it can't possibly be Lieutenant Surge's gym, and then it was, but not really, but it was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's actually kind of Lieutenant Surge's gym. So, but anyway.
It was a little let down, but it was still cool Easter.
Well, it was funny, because in the back of my mind, I was thinking, there's no way that it's really going to be Lieutenant Surge's gym, but the fact that it almost was, was pretty funny. I got a good laugh out of that. All right, so here we are. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the catch mechanics, but honestly, I'm just kind of happy to see Kanto in 3D graphics.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's a little bit of a letdown on the catch mechanics, but it's not, like, a deal breaker for me. And, like I said, the more I put it into context of there's another game coming, the more I think, like, this is the one to kind of try to bring as many people in as possible. So it's gonna be different from your usual core series. Like, I think it's gonna have all the same basic functionality. It's gonna be a full core series RPG, at least in like 99% of things. But there are gonna be some different things, like, to bring people in, which I'm totally fine with, because it'll be nice to try something new with it. You know, how many people, even diehard fans, will complain about the formula getting stale? So any little thing they want to do to change it up, even if, you know, then maybe when I'm ready to go back to the old formula a year later, I'll be ready for it. But it'll be cool. It'll be like a nice little palate cleanser, no pun intended.
It's like,
Yeah, honestly, like, I don't even need the battles. Like, if they made a game where all you did was Pokemon contests, I'd be okay with that. So, I mean, I'm more than fine with them cutting the wild battles. I just don't know how it's going to work if there's still battles that you can't grind on wild Pokemon.
Yeah,
Maybe there'll be like a trainer rematch system or something.
I'm thinking there will be. In fact, like, I wonder how they're
Pokemon
gonna do that,
candies.
though.
What if they add the Pokemon candy system?
Now that would be
I think that
interesting, but because there is a battle system in the game, I can't see that being the case. But I wonder if when you catch Pokemon, if it'll give you something. Like, you know how catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go gives you Stardust and Candy, and you use both of those to power up your Pokemon. Maybe if you get a good score on your catch, you get a rare candy or something like that. Maybe you could get items that way. Maybe your trainer can get experience points, kind of like Pokemon Go, and then that can unlock certain things.
What if they allow you to buy rare candies?
Interesting thought.
Why
Well,
not?
anyway, this video did start to go a little bit long, so before we finish off, anybody have anything else they wanted to add?
I think it was just a very exciting release that came out, or announcement that came out very quickly. Came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah. Like, I went from not knowing that there was going to be, like, I saw the thing about the domains being reserved, but it went
Yeah,
from,
I
like,
saw that.
nothing to, oh, it's real.
I thought it was just like one of those things where they just kind of reserved it just to have it, you know?
Right, like they did with, what was it, Delta Emerald? They, like, reserved it
Yeah,
just so
they-
nobody can take it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't like super hyped about the leaks, but now that I know that you can dress them up, like, I'm totally on board with this. Like, that's all I needed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
It's really cute.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
You guys already know how I feel about it.
SirAkihiro is the party pooper of the group.
I will say, we have gone to Kanto a lot, and I don't
That
know.
is true.
We probably will keep coming back to Kanto, and that's just kind of something we have to accept.
Yeah, I mean, I think I wouldn't have expected, like, again, given what this is, as far as trying to bring the more casual people or the Pokemon Go players in, and the Pokemon Go players, a lot of them are people who pretty much just played Gen 1 or maybe Gen 1 and 2 as a kid and then kind of put it down. So I wouldn't expect, well, either way, I wouldn't expect them to do anything else as sort of a reintroduction to the series. I wouldn't expect them to do anything else but Kanto, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm at least they're taking a new approach to it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It could have been better, to be honest. Like, there could have been more Pokemon added at least. But then again, just more models to have to worry about.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna bide my time and see. They might do an update, but again, given the time between this release and the next game is about a year, we won't have too much time to this will be something to play with for a year, and then
There's also Quest.
There is Quest. How's that going?
It's a lot of fun. I'm just playing through the tutorial right now, and I think it'll actually make for a great mobile game. I don't want to say too much about it in case someone doesn't want to get spoiled, but I think it will work really good as a mobile game.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for mobile.
All
Looks
right.
kinda fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I think tonight on Switch, just either tonight or tomorrow. Okay, guys. Well.
I didn't get last words, but okay.
Okay. Well, sorry. You have something else to say, AJ?
I was just gonna say that I
Picture a
love
dinosaur.
Kanto. No, that's later. I love Kanto, but like Mimi said, we've been there a lot. We've had 3 games, not counting the other versions, that is, where we've gone to Kanto, and a lot of people thought we were going there in Sun and Moon or Ultra. Just to come back, I think
nowadays, to be honest.
I think it's a little overdone, but at the same time, I'm not complaining. I think it's more to bring in the nostalgia, because there's a lot of adults that just play Pokemon Go that don't play the main games or anymore.
Yeah.
And then, I think bringing the Pokemon Go mechanics to a game they used to play a lot as kids might be something they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bring people in, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very interested to see how they pull it off, and I will definitely be playing it. Both of them.
Yeah, I think if they don't compromise too much on either side, I think it'd be really good to kind of unite the two communities.
Mm-hmm.
If I
To
get
be
a
honest,
Switch,
I'm kind of depressed that there wasn't any online multiplayer, any online battling at least. Because without that, I kind of already lost 100% interest in this.
Well, maybe. It might be, we don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Well, it does say no. It does say no online capabilities. That again, I don't think that's what these games are here for. I don't think they're gonna. This is not gonna continue the metagame.
I think it's just Pokemon Go for your home.
Yeah.
For,
Which-
for those who can't leave the house.
Which, if you compare it to Pokemon Go, I think it's a vast improvement.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
I just hope that by the time E3 comes, we can at least get even a really short trailer for the next generation or whatever they plan for 2019.
But then what will they do in 2019 E3?
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
true.
that probably when these games come out, whatever the special new Pokemon is for this game is going to be the first glimpse we get at the next games. Like how it wasn't really in the games, but how in the anime they had Ho-Oh and Togepi make an appearance.
Yeah.
That's my theory, at least, because I think it's still early. They don't want to kill any hype for these games because they want the focus to be on these games for now. But at the same time, I think they did make that announcement for 2019, kind of keeping in mind that trying not to dissuade any of the core fans who might be thinking that this is a permanent turn that Pokemon's taking. I think it's a temporary detour, kind of a reset on the series a little bit, just to kind of reintroduce it to people. So I think that's why they announced it, but I wouldn't expect any new details for a while.
Yeah, I agree. They did the exact same thing with Fire Emblem when they announced Echoes as a remake. And Echoes is known to have very different features from the main series. So at the same time, they announced that they were also going to make a new main series Fire Emblem in 2019, which we've gotten no word on. So I'm kind of expecting the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping
if
it's
they,
Binding Blade, though.
I think if they do give us something in E18, which they, like you said, they probably won't, but it'd probably just be probably a name drop of the game, if anything.
Or a hint,
And 19.
what was the hint? The hint, way before Sun and Moon came out, was like, oh, the next Pokemon game has something to do with flowers. Like, really obscure hint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like every Pokemon game has had a flower, like everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, almost every Pokemon game that I can think of has characters named after flowers, either their English name or their Japanese name.
Like, oh yeah, and that's the next Pokemon game, you're gonna have a mom. It's like, when are you gonna tell me I have a dad?
In this Pokemon game, you're gonna have Pokemon.
Like, when are you ever going to tell me that in the next Pokemon game I'm gonna have a dad? If you tell me I'm gonna have a dad in the next Pokemon game, then I'll be like, what?
I mean, they did in Gen 3, so that just means another Gen 3 remake.
Yeah, but he was just a gym leader. We never even spoke to him after we fought.
It's like, well, son, you've beaten me. Goodbye now.
Yep, goodbye
I'll never
forever.
talk to you again.
But hey, he existed at least.
Yeah. E19, I'm basically expecting just the trailer, and then what they did with Sun and Moon, they're probably just going to be like, here's everything about the game. You don't even need to play it now.
Right.
Like, okay.
Right. Here's everything, and it's already on sale. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, we have sldino, AJ, SirAkihiro, and Mimi. Thank you. And
Thank you for having us.
I'm glad we had this talk.
true.
So, I think, you know, if we get any new info drops, I'd be willing to do a discussion like this again if you guys would be interested, but we'll see what happens. I feel like we might get some new stuff at E3, but I think this is the bulk, probably the bulk of what we're going to get, given that other than the one new Pokemon, we're not going to need to be introduced to any brand new Pokemon, because like with Sun and Moon, 90% of the new info drops were just all the new Pokemon. Anyway, thank you once again, and I hope you guys all have a good night, and thank you in internet land for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I know this discussion got a little bit long, but hey, we got a lot of information to digest. So, yeah, thanks. And I'll see you next time if there's more to talk about for another video. So, goodbye.
He's a liar.
Good night, everybody.